Hey everybody, I just wanted to show you a quick video on how to navigate the two resources that I mentioned for today's assignment. The first is the Georgetown University site slash What's It Worth, where they have a study that has essentially determined the economic value of various college majors. So you know that a college degree is valuable, but not all college degrees have the same value. And so being able to break that down by college major is a really nice thing to do. And so uh, here is the website. If you follow the link, you will get here. And scroll down. There's a whole bunch of sort of general information. So you can do comparisons across major groups. They even have some information here sort of showing that median earnings for the engineering group tend to be highest amongst all of the various options. Computer and mathematics happens to be next, et cetera, et cetera. But what may be more useful, because you obviously are going to have some personal preferences, you're going to have some interests of your own. And so just looking something up. Now, I'm going to look up specifically computer programming type majors, but you could choose anything. If it was nursing, you could look into health. If you're thinking about becoming a lawyer, law and public policy would be great to look at, psychology and social work. There's lots of different majors out there, but I'm going to go to computers and mathematics, and that will take me to this site where I essentially get a PDF of that portion of the study that talks about these majors: applied mathematics, computer and information systems, computer engineering, computer programming and data processing, and then computer science, a favorite of mine. Computer science is generally the major for computer programmers. And so here's, for any major you choose, here's sort of an overview. You'll get sort of overview of the different majors in that group. Then you'll see median earnings for the different majors in that group. Mathematics and computer science, which is actually, there's only a few universities that really combine those two in that way. Computer science has a lot to do with mathematics, but computer science by itself is down here. So mathematics and computer science, median earnings, 98,000. So you've got that. Now that's nationwide. Remember, cost of living is a little higher in California, and so median earnings tend to be a little higher in California. We'll talk about that in a bit. But again, we're just looking at the major. So these are people with, not people working in this field, people working with, or people who have this major and have a bachelor's degree. This is their median income. And so as we scroll down, you can find a bunch of other interesting information. Popularity of the major. A lot of people are taking computer science, which is good. We need people to. In fact, we need a lot more than what we have. Median earnings by major, again. Earnings at different percentiles. Scroll down to something you'll probably find more informational. Work status. So let's see here. Up here was computer science. So if I scroll down, 92% of people who are working and have a computer science degree are working full-time, 8% part-time. And 94% of people with a computer science degree are employed currently. So that's good news for people with that degree, although I guess the highest is 95 for a couple of the other related majors. You can also look at gender comparisons, race and ethnicity, just to see who has these degrees, although obviously anybody can choose to pursue whatever degree they want. And then this is, I think, probably another great thing. Remember, not everybody with a computer science degree will become a computer programmer. So where do they go? With computer science, 55% end up working in the computing fields. So that's good. So 55% of people are actually using the major they paid for. 17% go into management, which happens a lot. You've got certain skills and you sort of move in a different direction. 5% do office work, 5% are in sales, 3% actually move into engineering. So you can kind of compare this maybe to another major and see if you're encouraged by it. But anyway, lots of information about the different majors in that group. And again, let's go over here. We could choose health, and boom, we would find, nursing is here. So, oh, here's nursing for those that are interested. I know we have a lot of nursing majors at Fresno City College. How many are working full-time, part-time? Oops, nursing is right here. Scroll down. 77% are full-time, 23% are part-time, 98% are employed. That is super high. But it's just one of those things. So tools to use for comparison, again, from Georgetown University. They did the study in 2011. I think they'll have a new version coming out fairly soon, but hopefully they'll use the same link to get you there. Now, the second resource that I mentioned was the occupational guides from the state of California. So if you follow the link in the assignment to labormarketinfo.edd.ca.gov/OCC guides, which I understand just follow the link in the assignment, it's a lot easier. But you can do a keyword search for just about any job you want. In fact, this is the way I would probably go about it. And so I'm going to type in computer programmer and hit find. Now it's going to pull up a couple occupations that it thinks will match what I've typed in. And so I've got computer programmers and I've got software developers. In fact, if I typed in software developers, so sometimes you kind of have to play with this. Software developer is the occupation I'm considering. I actually get another option. I get system software developers. So play around with it. Like a lot of things, there's some overlap. Are you a software developer or a computer programmer? They're kind of the same thing. Because I have done this before, I'm going to choose software developers applications. So these are people who would develop apps, people who develop various applications. It could be for a big company, maybe somebody who works in the games industry, or maybe is helping to create the next version of Word, or it could be somebody who's making Angry Birds, although I think that person owned their own business, but whatever. And we're going to choose specifically Fresno County. It'll give you the overall California numbers regardless. So by choosing Fresno County, we can then compare the state numbers and Fresno County numbers. And then I'll just hit view the guide. And here is a ton of information about the software development field. What would I do? It sort of describes the field. It describes some of the skills you might need to have. Mobile application software developers. It's a big thing, one that I'm fairly excited about. And then you've got working conditions. What is it like to work as a software developer? Will this job fit me? So based on your likes, your preferences, is this a good fit for a career for you? And then what I'm sure most students are concerned about, what wages and benefits can I expect? And so here you can see the median income as well as sort of the 75th percentile, so the top quarter of earners, and then the low quarter of earners, the bottom 25th percentile. But you can sort of see where their incomes land. And here you can see that for an application developer in the state of California, they make about $104,000 a year. That's updated for 2012. And for Fresno County, it's of course a little bit less. Our cost of living is less than a lot of other places in the state. And so for us, it's about $83,337. Now, I don't know if you're necessarily familiar with budgeting and the cost of things, but I can assure you that you can live a very comfortable and nice life in Fresno on $83,000 a year. And heck, if you're up in the high percentile, that's a very nice income for Fresno. There's a whole bunch of other stuff, projections of employment. So how many jobs are expected? What's the demand for work? What sort of skills do I need? How will I qualify for that job? There's lots of different information here about that job. So the first the first resource was all about your major. This is about your goal, the job you actually want to get when you're done. And in fact, let's go ahead and go back. I just want to pull up another very popular one since I pulled up nursing for the other. And now there are a bunch of different types of nurses here. So let's registered nurse, registered nurse. Registered nurses. I'm not entirely sure what the one with the star is. I'm going to go with the one without the star, and we'll see if I need to go back to the one with the star. Okay, so this is giving me some information that I may not care about. Let's do it again. Registered nurse. Let's go for the one with the star. Not all of the guides have this much information. So you may find a career that they just don't have a lot of information about, and so it may be, you may not get the full report like these have. But here, nurses, what would you do? What are the different types of nurses that are available? Different tasks. Same as before, but here we can see, oh, here's the median income for a nurse in California. Here is the median income for a nurse in Fresno County. Again, $75,000, very close to computer programming, and it's something that you could live very comfortably in Fresno with. And so there's all sorts of information about your chosen career. So this is our second resource where you can look up your dream job and see just how much of a dream it will be. And see, is this something that people are expecting there will be more positions available in the future or less positions available in the future? Is it a career on the increase or a career on the decline? So hopefully these tools allow you to better navigate your career choices, and hopefully you find them very helpful. Have a great day.